and I guarantee this will...
Oh. Welcome, friends. Today, we are watching Beast Made Reviews by David. And I was in the middle of watching one of his shorts when I decided to hit play. How are we, friends? I hope you're okay. I am well. How are you? Pradeep, Saab, Dusan, DJ, Spaced Out, Perfumer. Woof. How are we? I'm glad that you're well, Andy. Thank you. Oh dear. This is my democracy manifest cup. Eating a meal. A succulent Chinese meal. Wow. Some like it hot. Not necessarily me. That is a hot cup of tea. Welcome, Pat Lester. Had the neighbours in a little bit earlier. They had their two kids roaming about, making noise as children are wont to do. Little kiddies. Whoops. Ooh. What the hell is going on? What's this fucking chair doing? Get over there. Jesus. Sorry. My chair decided to fucking go rogue there. This is Hydration Manifest. Hot tea. I see there's been a bit of drama recently. Everybody seems to be talking about it. Talking some kind of bollocks. Of which I can't tell you how uninterested I am. So we'll be talking about perfumes tonight. On Friday, me and Jura Rose have decided to do a stream. That will be fun. That will be most fun. I hope you will all tune in. Where me and Jura Rose will be talking about notes such as lavender and amber and lime and sandalwood and leather and all that kind of thing, and it'll be fun. Jura Rose has extensive knowledge of perfume materials and such, so we'll talk about the uses, the do's and the don'ts, the whys and the wherefores, the who's and the whats and the who's. And that'll be fun, won't it? There we go. I got a feeling this picture's not getting any better, is it? Let's see if a cotton bud would go down well. As cotton buds I want to do. I'm sure you agree. There we are. Don't forget to ask Jura about Valentino Uomo. Well, what we know about Jura and Valentino Uomo is that he wanted a bottle and then didn't. So I've got two. And I mean, let's be honest, it's not even it's not even in the top 20 of backup bottles that I've got. So I mean, it's no great loss. That other bottle's been on fucking not Perfumer, it's been on eBay for quite some time now. Western Oud, welcome to thee. Pradeep, Robin. Scent of the day is Aramis Tuscany Perfumo. Steph's, welcome. Pat Lester. What happened to his Paul Perfumo? I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. Just people talking shit. Just people talking shit about each other, and everybody says the same thing, right? Everybody's like, "Can't believe this is happening over smelly water." That's only one of the. That's only one of the fucking. One of the threads, right? The thread. It's not that everybody is like. The common denominator isn't the fact that it's people talking about smelly water. The common denominator, the more basic one, right, is people. And where you have a bunch of people, you inevitably will have some people who will talk and say things that other people don't like, and usually about them, you know? And certain people will take offense. And when you have this mixture of people who will fucking say things, and you have these people who will hear things, right? And you will have these people who will then react, and then these people feed, and it's like a feedback loop. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's about perfume. It doesn't matter if it's about fucking games, or if it's the wet shaving community, or if it's the fucking furry community, or if it's the fucking gay community, or if it's the fucking golfing community, or if it's the fucking football community, or the fucking people who fucking walk on their hands exclusively community. It doesn't matter. Community, people, speaking. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Sorry, you shouldn't have to hear me sip this tea, but it is, I assure you, very hot. So that's why. That's what's happened. People have happened. Again, people are here to ruin the day. Everybody. Yes, I will take a breath. Thank you, Pradip. Pradip. DJ, Audrey Jane, Eugene, everybody. I have removed all of the fucking moderators. Didn't realise I'd done it until I did it. You don't need to apologise, Paul Femo, at all. Didn't realise I'd got rid of all the moderators until it had happened, so apologies about that. I'm not particularly in any rush to add them back. Kind of weird. Having loads of them. I say this as somebody who's a moderator on loads of channels. That was before I had a channel. I think they'll come back. I just want to give it a bit. Graham Howitt. Hello and thank you, Rich. Was working away from home last week and got home to a very pleasant sample of Derby at the weekend. Oh, happy days. How is it? How are you finding it? Hello, Rachel. Pradeep says, I see a certain invasion on the table. There will be a video which is going live 10 minutes after the stream tonight. If you want to watch an unboxing, an MDCI unboxing, where I also unbox loads of goodies from the brand. I highly recommend buying directly from the brand, mind. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? Claude is sound. I really like the original Valentino Uomo, says Westernwood. Well, if you want to buy an original Valentino Uomo made by Puig, let me know. I've got a 150ml bottle. It's the original formulation. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I've got a sealed one and I've got an opened one. There's the opened one. Has everyone bought a coffee for Rich today? Ugh. I don't even drink coffee, would you believe? It should be buy me a tea. I'm actually drinking a tea. Do you let me cop, Kevin? Democracy Manifest. A succulent Chinese meal. What is the charge? Yeah, West Nude, if you want to buy an original Valentino Uomo. Where is it? Where does it say Puig? Ah, here you are. See on the bottom there? No, you cannot. There it is. Under license from Valentino Antonio Puig. It is the original formulation. I bought it from a Noosh. It is a 150ml bottle. I've got a sealed one, if that's the one you want. I've got a couple of bottles. Cheers anyway, no problem. They're on eBay anyway. Wow, I just finished that cup of tea. It was rather nice. How is Kevin? I saw you stream for 3 hours this morning. Bloody hell. You and Captain and Coke. How is John? Poor Rich, says Lane. Yes, poor Rich. Bless him. I've been a little bit under the weather this week. Caught some sinusitis. Got some sinusitis off me mum. Fortunately, I appear, touch wood, to have fought it off with the help of Chloraseptic throat spray. Ah. We love Rich. What a good person. Thank you, Rachel. Hello, can't get right. Clementine, California by Atelier Cologne. Yeah, they're not available in they're not afraid. They're not available in America anymore, are they? Which is a shame. America always seems to get the short end of the stick when it comes to perfume. Higher prices. Higher prices, less choice. You know? Scent of the Day is a Scal and Haiti beautiful. It is outrageously good for the summer heat. I spray consistently throughout the day with it. Yes, it's made for just pouring on. Is it not? Just do not spare the rod with that thing. It's fucking great. Rachel, you are my muse. God bless you and your family. Yes, Rachel is lovely. I hope everything's okay, Rachel. Saying hello to myself. Kevin has Valentino Uomo, the all-black bottle. I think it's intense, very sexy and masculine. Some leather in there. Yes. Not my style, but still nice. It was a gift. Yeah, it is nice. I don't imagine it's your style. I think you could wear it well, though, because you're dark and sexy as well, aren't you, Kevin? Not my style, but nice. It was a gift. Hi, Proddy. Hello, Rachel, says Proddy. What's up, Rich? Respect. I was chilling with your boy a few days ago. Ah, Eugene. Yes. I think he sent us a picture. Whoa. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. I go walking with Eugene. Whoa. Rich, didn't you wear a Scal on Haiti on a city trip last summer with Jura? That's exactly what I did. That is exactly what I did. And it was fucking great. And I just sprayed that shit. Oh, relentlessly, remorselessly. And there we are. Look at that. It's a hell of a dent. I've only worn that about 3 or 4 times. I'll send you a picture, show it in the stream. Give us a second. I'm not sure I'll be able to do that, Kevin, actually. Oh, yes, I will. I'm over here. Sorry, I'm back now. And we'll show it in the stream. As long as it's not nudes, Kevin. I'm not showing you nudes. I don't show anyone's nudes. I heard you talking about doxing yesterday. That's the height of doxing, sharing nudes. Oh, here we go. The miracles of modern communication. Anytime. Oh. Look at them, stood outside the pharmacy. And we know what kind of pharmacy, don't we? Kevin wearing a pink shirt. Salmon pink. You know, only real men wear pink. I'm sure you've heard. There he is. Big kiss. Oh! I'll just fling that back over there. So, oh no, not sinus stuff. It's so miserable. I've been okay. My mum had to get some antibiotics though. She was in a bad way for a couple of days. When she gets a third time, she's had it in 3 months. She barks like a dog when she gets, like a cough. It's like a proper ruff. I'm like, whoa. Didn't know a little old mother could make that kind of noise. She's only tiny, me mum. Thick though. Sorry about that. There he is. Hello, Germs. Vetiver Tonka, that's a good fragrance to wear in the heat. Not the heat, but, you know, the summer. I think it's a spring, summer and autumn fragrance. I'm sure you could probably pull it off in the winter, but not in the coldest of cold winter days. Blessings to you and your family as well, says James. Says Rachel. Spill the beans on Fougère d'Argent Duck. Oh, I've put it up for sale. Can't handle it. Aki Gallowwood defended us. I'm wounded. Upsetting scenes, I can tell you. I'm unsure. I've put Fougère Platine up for sale. If somebody gives us what I'm asking for, I'll sell it. But if they don't, I'm happy to keep it. I've bought both of those in the last couple of weeks, and when I've had them and been able to sit at home and digest them, I mean, I haven't eaten them, but you know what I mean. Like I've like sat and thought and smelled and pondered with no pressure or no nothing, and it's like it's been. News, welcome. How are you doing? When I've sat and thought and like pondered me navel, I've thought, you know. No. There's a good reason why I only bought Beau de Jour from those three. Those three sort of came out at the same time-ish in the private blends. And, yeah, no, not having it. Not having them. So, they're up for sale. They'll go. Someone will buy them. Yeah. Lol, Rich making me laugh today. I'm in that kind of mood. James, actually, we just got back to the States. Our son fell ill suddenly and needed some specialty medical attention. He's going to recover completely, but it's been a harrowing 3 or 4 days. Now worse than when the kids get ill. Jesus. I'm happy for the fragrant distraction whilst he sleeps, says Rachel. The news is, yeah, welcome. Yikes, that's got to be the fastest turnaround. Is it the fastest turnaround? I've had turnarounds on other fragrances, but I don't think they've ever been quite as quick as that. I don't think they've ever been quite as quick as, like, I mean, L'Envol. I really like L'Envol, actually. And, no, I always liked L'Envol. I always liked L'Envol, but I think it was Robes who didn't like it, and then he did like it, you know? So, that was fun. I might wear a Scallon Haiti tomorrow. Depends what the weather's like. It's very light and green and bright. I've worn Roadster this week. My scent of the day is Cologne Aficionale. Very dry. Very dry. But not like dry woody amber dry, you know? Just dry. Normal dry. Rachel down, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he gets better, says James. Anuj, welcome. James, thank you, my friend. He's going to be fine. We're so fortunate. DJ's back. Like the stream for the team, says Ali Boy must have just come in and missed exactly what I've just said a few minutes ago, but I will repeat it because it bears repeating. I've decided to sell Fougère d'Argent. I've also put Fougère Platine up for sale, but I'm happier to keep Fougère Platine than I am Fougère d'Argent. The Aki Gallowwood, just not for me. Dry and woody. It's not a... excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's not a... It's not a... It's not an amber wood, but it's not far off. It's not far off, you know. So, it's lavender, big lavender, nice lavender. It's Fougère d'Argent. It's alright, Ali boy. I don't mind going over it. It's lavender, big lavender, nice lavender, and this kind of dry woodsiness. If that sounds appealing to you and you live in the UK, let me know. I'll sort you out. Oh, 265 it's up for on eBay, but I would sell it cheaper off eBay. Being a good boy, perfume-wise, says DJ. Is that the earliest encounter of the scandalous Akigala wood, says Brody? I don't think it is. I think I've smelled Akigala wood and a couple of other things. I didn't realise it was so brazen. You know? I didn't realise it was so brazen until I smelled it in this. It's like they've made a virtue of it in this perfume. You know? Like, they want you to know that it's there. It's not like... It's not dressed up as anything else. It's raw and bare. I really wanted it to be a bit more... I imagined... Do you know what it is? I imagined it, right? For some reason, I imagined it like Bois d'Argent, but with lavender instead of iris. Hello, Boris K. I feel like Rockabar has Akigala wood. I don't think it does. It might have a feeling of that, but it won't have Akigala wood specifically, surely. Surely not. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Surely it will not have that kind of outrageous... new modern material in a fragrance that's so old. You know? Would you agree that Beau de Jour Private Blend has a great lavender note? Yes, has the same lavender note as Music for a While. Almost exactly the same. I think Rocket Bar is too old for Akai. I watched my Mickers' video. Bless him. I watched his video on Fougère d'Argent and he called it Akigala wood. I thought that was quite funny. He always had outrageous pronunciations. Interesting link with Fougère d'Argent, says Ali Boy. Linda Song, as the perfumer, went to the same school as Biche. We're both on that BBC documentary. Both big fans of Akigala wood. That would make sense. I imagine if they went to the same school and that school is linked to one of the big houses, say IFF, and it's an IFF material, then they're going to use it because they get paid. They get paid for the amount of oil that they shift as well. That's how they make their bonuses, do you know what I mean? They get money from the oil houses for how much oil they move. How much like raw material they use. You know? So, there we have it. I'm really enjoying a Cologne Officinale, says Splinters47. Thanks for the recommendation, it's my pleasure. I have a hard time picking out the lavender, but I am enjoying the rosemary and soap aspect of the fragrance. I don't know that it has lavender. Does it have lavender? Let's have a look at you. Oopsie daisy. Cologne Officinale. It does have lavender. I don't think it's a major player, though, I must admit. It's quite dry. Like, I don't usually get dryness from lavender. I mean, it's there, but it's more of in like a structural kind of position rather than like a featured position, you know? It's more like scaffold than it is like flash. what we got here. Let's move on. I'm getting me Heaven Can Wait sample tomorrow. Curious. You're getting the sample tomorrow? When's it out? Really enjoying putting on les odorants when cleaning the house or doing something. Ben needs to come back to YouTube. Yes, I agree. He does do YouTube. He's got Dark Histories. Dark Histories is his podcast where he tells tales of like spooky and dark stuff from history, you know, and it's really good. That I think that's his main passion as far as creation and content wise is concerned. But his YouTube channel was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Like, the perfume school was Givaudan. Still on that summer guilty pleasure wearing Jean Paul Gaultier's Superman. It has a creamy mint note that I like, says Stephs. Happiest Wednesday to you all, says Michael Harness. Welcome, Michael. How are you? Josie, what's happening? How's Josie? I've just spilled some water. I cannot be trusted. I need a fucking bib. Heaven Can Wait won't be released till September, but a bloke in France Printemps is sending me a sample. Oh. Well, aren't you fucking connected? No, you cannot be trusted, says Ashley Bissett. I can't be trusted to drink me water. I can't even hydrate myself. Oh. Friends, it's coming up to the half hour. You know what that means. If you would like to like the stream, I would not be offended. I won't stop you. I won't stand in your way. I won't put up a fight. I'll provide no resistance. If liking streams is something you like to do, please, play on. Doing all right, says Josie. Been sick for a week, getting my smell back. Ramsey's not feeling too well at the minute either, bless him. Imagine if Chanel released Le Leon 2 this year. Would be awesome, says Spaced Out. Le Leon 2? I can't see them releasing Le Leon 2 ever. They're meant to be releasing a new Les exclusives, but apparently the rumour on the grapevine, the word on the grapevine, the rumour on the grapevine, the fuck's that? The word on the grapevine is that they have one, but they can't get the materials sourced. Oh, excuse me. So, is Jean-Claude Ellena overrated? Explain. Yes, he is overrated. I'm not sure how much more basic I can make it for you, mate. I think that people think that he's better than he is. You know? He's all right. He's not bad. I just don't think he's as great as what everybody makes out he is. You know? He is... I think there are other... I mean, he works at a high level consistently. But I've heard people say he's one of the top 3 perfumers of all time. That's an obscene statement. That's an absolutely fucking outrageous statement. And he's good, don't get us wrong. I'm not saying he's shit. You know? But to suggest he's fucking one of the top 3 ever, that's bonkers in my opinion. Le Snooze. He's whatever you feel he is, Enrique, says DJ. The Leon Parfum will probably be made. I imagine it will be made, yes. The only opinion that matters is your own, says DJ, and that is absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. The only reason that my opinion gets taken as, do I want to say seriously? It's just the only reason people listen to my opinion because I've got a channel. If you had a channel and people watched and listened to you, then people would like listen to you. I've got an outsized effect, and the bigger your channel is, the more outsized your opinion is. The effect of your opinion, anyway. Licked it, says Michael Harness, thank you. The Leon Parfum will probably be made. Yikes. I think Jean-Claude Ellena is one of the better ones. Amber Nargile is a masterpiece creation, says Spaced Out. Or maybe one of those who overrates him, says Paul the Femmo. Well, there's... The thing is that to be overrated, lots of people have to rate somebody. So you're one of many, you know what I mean? There's like, it doesn't make me cool because just for going against the crowd is not... Just being contraire for no reason is not sound logic. You know what I mean? You have to be able to back it up with like decent reasons for it. You know? So if you're saying that you think he's good, then you have good reason to say that you think he's good. I have good reason to think that he's not as good as what people say anyway. I have plenty of Jean-Claude Ellena. I've got 3-4 bottles of the Hermes Essence line. I've got Santal Messiah, I've got Paprika Brazil, I've got Vetiver Tonka, and I've got an Amber Nargile. All full bottles. Plus I've got 5 of the 15ml bottles. I've got Tour de Hermes, and I've got other ones which I'm sure I'm forgetting. So I've got a lot of Jean-Claude Ellena. It's not like I don't rate him. I just think that he's a little bit too rated. And I've got to say something as well. I do this with everything. I don't like examining somebody's body of work until they've finished it, either being dead or retired, you know? So you talk, like, I do this with like football careers, you know? Like, I don't want to say Messi's the best football player of all time until he actually retires and stops playing. Do you know what I mean? Like, Zinedine Zidane was like my favourite football player, and I didn't want to say he was like one of the best players to ever play the game until he retired. You can't take somebody in the hole until they've stopped, because they could make something absolutely fucking awful, or they could do something absolutely terrible that would stop you from feeling the way you feel, and it would take the edge off. Or they could do something extraordinary on top of what they've already done to take them to the next level. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Michael says, I like it when people think that I am better than I really am. Yes, I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver as well. Jean-Claude Ellena doesn't crash and burn like Ropion and Roussel. Can't think of a sweet clubbing fragrance from him. Yes, he operates at a high level consistently. You know, he doesn't have those peaks and troughs. But by the same token that he doesn't crash and burn, does he reach the heights of other perfumers like Rudnitska? You know? Does he reach the heights of like a Bourdon? You know? People who like change perfume forever, like a Polge or a Guy Robert, a Gerard Anthony. I'm dying to say Christopher Sheldrake, but I won't, because I don't necessarily... He's my favourite perfumer, but I don't necessarily think he's one of the best perfumers ever. I mean, he is somebody... I would put him in a category above Jean-Claude Ellena simply because I like him more. But I wouldn't necessarily say that, like, he's not like above elite, you know, because he's an elite perfumer. But he's like, there are some people who are like above even generational. I can't think of, like, I'm getting into semantics now. You know what I mean? But, like, there are some people who have literally changed and defined perfume on their own terms. Rudnitska, Polj the First, Guy Robert, Henri Robert. Duchefort's brilliant. Duchefort's fantastic. Is he one of the best ever? I mean, you could put him in the conversation. It'd be hard to just say no and swat him away, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Ropian, Crash and Burn. Ropian's palette is massive. He can make anything. If you tried his works from that house, I can't smell, but Mitch knows. Which we love your channel and your experiences, Dushan. Ronaldo Sexual's fuming right now. Yes. Carl Anderson says Latan could be the best football player. I don't know that he could be the best football. I mean, he had the talent, but I mean, he just had the misfortune to come along when two of the best players to ever play the game were there as well. You know, he even played with one of them. He played with Messi, and it was like they won the Champions League. Zlatan signed, they didn't win the Champions League, and then he left, and then they did win the Champions League the next season. Do you know what I mean? Never won the Champions League, Ibrahimovic. Duchamp says, I just wish that Zidane's punch on Materazzi's face, it was a headbutt, wasn't it? And it was on his chest. If he'd headbutted him like that in the face, his face would have exploded. And by the way, that headbutt was technically exquisite. It was very much in keeping with fucking Zinedine Zidane's whole fucking shtick. It was perfectly executed. Pradeep says, I wouldn't mind accepting he is probably the most consistent, not low shite, neither all masterpieces. Yeah. Jean-Paul Guerlain is the best ever, says Duchamp. I don't think he's one of the best ever. I think some of his forefathers were better, but he was certainly brilliant. Jean-Claude Ellena is great for airy citrus senses, just in height. That's right. How about Duchefort? Brilliant. We could do a top 10 perfumers. I mean, I'm not doing it now, but we could do. What has my friend sent me here? What the fuck? Hello, an average Joe. How are you? I love Bernard Chant, says Duchamp. He's very good as well. It's the same argument I heard in Les Ordonance. What is considered a masterpiece? Well, me and Eugene wanted to do a stream about them and ended up talking about what masterpiece meant for 2 hours. You know what I mean? We barely got round to the perfumes, like. A fucking nightmare. It depends what you mean by masterpiece. And, like, that's the thing about words, isn't it? Especially English words. The English language is crazy. It is the same argument I heard. What is considered a masterpiece? One can overly state that certain perfume is amazing, but others disagree. Remember, art is subjective. Only time will tell, says Pat Lester. That's what I was saying. You have to wait until these people are finished before you can say with any kind of certainty, you know, and you have to be able to justify your position as well, you know. Like, that's why people who are just contraire for contraire's sake don't. I mean, I get it. It can have its uses because you can just point out mistakes that people are making. And when there seems to be this overwhelming majority of like public opinion or like opinion on a matter, you know, it's good to like fight that. sometimes, just simply based on the fact like that everybody's saying the same thing, and that's a very unusual thing to have happen, you know? So those arguments should be picked through, and checks and balances and all that kind of thing. But you've got to be able to back it up with a bit of logic. I tend not to like airy scents as much as darker stuff, but I do. When I do, I like JCE, says Justin. Masterpiece is a term thrown around. Yeah, absolutely. It's thrown around so much, masterpiece, these days. It's bollocks. You hear it on all the bigger channels. If we're talking about fragrances, it's bollocks. You know. Evening, John Hoy. Rich, what do you think of Carlos Ben-Haim? He's good. He's very good. I mean, I say he's good. He's very good. I mean, he's a fuck's side better than I'll ever be. Do you know what I mean? But I don't have a lot of stuff by Carlos Ben-Haim, and I don't remember a lot of stuff by Carlos Ben-Haim, you know. Dylan Blue is a masterpiece, some say. I can objectively say that that's shite, though. Awful fragrance. Fucking God. Daniela Andrier or Natalie Lawson is my number one, says Space. I think Natalie Lawson's massively underrated, like, massively underrated. She used to be my favourite perfumer, but as I've got more and more into the hobby, I've moved away, I must admit. I'd like to say I work with some high-end materials, though. You know, she works miracles with the stuff that she works with. The English is beautiful after Shakespeare. Can you explain why Fougère d'Argent is not for you? Is it because it resembles Rive Gauche? No, it's because of the Akigala wood. It's this dry, woody aspect to it. It's too close to an amber wood for me, and I don't like it. It leaves this kind of starchy kind of vibe that I don't like, that everybody else seems to love, you know? Everybody else seems to think that's a fucking great thing, you know? I don't. I just don't. I don't like that. Just not into that whatsoever. It's getting a bit stuffy in here. Fuck me, I've got 18 quid in my bank account. Is Maurice Roussel a top 10 perfumer of all time? I would argue not. Maurice Roussel hasn't made a good fragrance in 15 years, says Pradeep. Polo Green, the Warner version, is his masterpiece, says Duchamp. I mean, it's right up there, like. I mean, I was never a big fan of that, to be honest. Olivia Giacobetti is our dear lady. Callie's Becker is good, says Duchamp. I love Carlos Ben-Haim, love Polo, says Justin. You're not alone in that, you're in good company there. Chanel 1957, what a stunning musk, says Nick. Mathilde Laurent is very good, says Enrique. What are you hydrating on this evening? The same thing I hydrate on every evening, my friend. H2O. Not Bob. Water. Bandy, says DJ. You know who else who hasn't made a good perfume in donkeys, says DJ? Cresp. I like a couple of the Acros, but I wouldn't say that they're like fucking famous game-changing perfumes. Man's relegated to make shit gourmands for teenagers, says DJ. Favourite brand of water? Oh, fuck. Volvic? Probably. Volvic or Smart Water. I like the neutrality of Smart Water. It just is. Right, I'm going to dehydrate. I'll be back. I am back. I am Quack. How are you? I am fantastic and I am doing really well. Oh, 25 people watching, 25 likes. I like that kind of thing. You know? So, yeah, somebody's pissed off. Screw you. Oh well. People talking about San Pellegrino, I imagine that's because they're talking about water. I do not like San Pellegrino. It makes me throw up. You can't drink lots of it because of the salt content. There's far too much salt in it. Far too much salt in it. Fucking hell. Like, I drink like 5 litres of water, like at least 5 litres of water a day. Right? At least. And it fucking knocks me sick. You know? I got some perfumes in the post off my French friend who lives in Japan. And I got a very, very, very very rare beast. Filtered tap water. Yeah, I like filtered tap water. I don't drink too much sparkling water. That makes us feel a bit sick as well. Something in it. There's something in sparkling tap water. San Pellegrino. Not into San Pellegrino. Filtered tap. Deshaun, what do you think of Quorum? But I made that as well. Carl Anderson says, how did you start considering getting a bottle of Invasion Bar? Just watched Eugene's old video on it. I'll tell you how. It's all explained in my video, which will go live 10 minutes after this stream ends. But I mean, if you've been in the community for any length of time, you've heard of MDCI, haven't you? You know, you get to smell MDCI. You know, you get to hear about MDCI. People raving about the quality, about everything really. And so I wanted to try them because everybody talks about them. It's as simple as that. Like, lots of people talk about them, not like your favourite influencer brand. Your favourite influencer channel, bollocks to them. And I thought, right, fuck it, I'm going to try them. So I got a few samples, and none of them really clicked. And then I tried Invasion Barbar again. I was getting some samples of Grossmith from Javois, and I know Javois, and I was looking around on Javois just to get some more samples of stuff that they stock. And I just added a sample of Invasion Barbar, and this time it just clicked. So put it on, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, wow. And I thought, fuck it. And I tried it, and I used most of the rest of the sample, and I took it to my friend's house, and she was like, that's incredible. And I was like, you're right, it is incredible. And I thought, fuck it, I'm having a bottle. You will get to see the whole, well, you'll get to hear about the whole sort of process in that video. Vintage water parcel for Rich, says Prody. Kevin says, all I drink is club soda. I don't know what club soda is 100%. You know? Is it like sparkling water? Is it like fucking... Has it got water with quinoline in it? Like, what is it? Quinine in it, not quinoline. It's nice, a beautiful quinoline. I'm talking about quinine. One perfumer I would like to see in the spotlight is Jean Guichard. Ah, yes, father of Aurelian, the offending Aurelian. I know his son is ongoing in the craft. Like maybe 2 to 3 litres of club soda a day, says Kevin. Maurice Roussel is a gangster for sure. Certainly looks like one, doesn't he? I like Quorum, although my friend told me that I smelled like Grandpa. I like Quorum, but it's the only fragrance, or one of the only fragrances that has ever made me have a reaction on my skin. The amount of fucking oak moss that's in that perfume. Dear me. Pradeep says, didn't come across like a fougere to me. Got to try again, says Pradeep. What, Invasion Barbar? John Hoy says, there's something peculiar that happens early on during a wearing of Quorum, when it smells briefly like a Bloody Mary drink. Oh. I'm not sure about that. Never noticed that before. There's only like 6 or 7 weeks left of summer. You know, 8 weeks maybe. Going to enjoy the summer fragrances while I can. I tend to spray on my summer fragrances heavy like. Yes, Invasion Barbar was almost like a musky heliotrope. It's the violet leaf at the top. It's the violet leaf at the top that makes it smell weird. I would like an older version. I would like an older bottle just to get it to fucking expand a little bit, you know? This bottle's incredible, though. Like, the design is immense. I really like it. It's got the little tassel and the little bead on it. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. A certain green saltiness that goes away after a bit, says John. Rich, can you speak in Un Jardin sur le Trois looking to purchase? Can you speak on Un Jardin sur le Trois? Yes, I can. Let me refresh my memory, because there's Un Jardin sur le Nil, Un Jardin sur le Trois, and there's Un Jardin Monsieur Lee, and I like all 3 of them. Is Un Jardin sur le Trois the one in the green or the blue hued bottle? Sur la Toit. Hold on. Un Jardin sur le Toit. It's the green one. Sorry, I've just knocked you about a bit. Un Jardin sur le Toit by Hermes is a fruity aromatic fragrance. Ah, yes. It's the garden on the roof. Grass. Red apple. It's lovely. like I said, I just like the three that I've mentioned before. You know, Jardin's the green one, yeah. A little bit fruity. That it's almost like that line is like Jean-Claude Ellena's Hermes or Jean-Claude Ellena's aesthetic generally to an absolute T. You know, it is quintessentially Jean-Claude Ellena. Does that make sense? Like, the Lagoon one's awful. It's crap. It's kind of fresh greenness that's like, I mean, I know people say it's grass, but I don't get like grass like I get from Original Vetiver by Creed. I get grass from this, you know. This is fabulous. This is a massively underrated Creed. Hugely underrated. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. So, I like it. I would buy it, but I would have to use up, like, I mean, seriously, I've always thought about buying those, I've always thought about buying a couple of those Un Jardin from the Un Jardin line because they are very nice. And it's Jean-Claude Ellena playing at what Jean-Claude Ellena's best at, you know? But I've got a lot of fragrances in its way first, you know, that I can imagine myself just reaching over it every time to get something like Dune, to get something like D&G Masculine, to get a Scallon Haiti, to get Roadster, Grey Vetiver, Original Vetiver, Herba Fresca, you know. Silk Road bottle is cool. It is cool. Very cool. Jardin Selenil and Un Mediterranee are the ones I prefer, says Paul Perfumer. I like Selenil, it's really nice. That's the blue one, isn't it? Or is that Un Mediterranee? Sur la Lagoon is horrible, I agree, says Paul Perfumer. Yeah, it's awful. It's not a great perfume, that, is it? New batches of Coromandel are extremely weak on me, says Spaced Out. I maintain that fucking those Oppenheimers, the Wertheimers are getting ready to sell Chanel. They're getting ready to sell Chanel, I think. Which is a shame for Chanel, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Excuse me, friends. I need to go and do something for a second. I'm not going to dehydrate, but I do need to pop out the room for a second. Give us one moment, please. back. Can you believe it? I can't. Wow. Time to back up the Leon then, says Prod. Give over. Everything that I hold dear to my heart has been reformulated and ruined or discontinued. Mate, I'm going to be honest, I had this realisation about 6-7 years ago when I decided to start collecting and backing up vintage perfumes. That is literally the exact thought I had. The perfumes I love are dying. And they're being killed off by the brands who make them. And that's when I went on my whole, I would like to sit here and tell you, conservation effort, but it wasn't. I think it turned into hoarding, frankly. But that is when I went into overdrive as far as buying vintage perfumes is concerned. And it just opened it just opened a door into this entire new world, you know. I did not invent the art of collecting vintage perfume. I was not the first one. I was not the fucking only one. But I took it and ran with it. You know. I made it my own. Like, for myself. Like, what I'm saying is like, I don't blame anyone else for my collecting habits or the way that my collection has gone. That's what I'm trying to say. That screen's a little bit bright for my liking. Thank you. So that was literally my thought process. Spaced out is exactly what you've said. And I got in at just before the time when it went fucking mental. When the prices went crazy, when the shipping costs went crazy. I managed to buy and back up almost all the perfumes that I wanted. Every once in a while, I find a new perfume that I love. The one I really missed the boat on, the house I really missed the boat on, was Serge Lutens. If I knew back then what I know now, I'd have bought fucking hundreds of them. Used to be able to pick up those old Serge Lutens for like 60 quid a bottle at discounters. I bought 5 Vetiver Orientals for 50 quid each. The vintage Vetiver Oriental and the Palais Royal, I could sell one of them for that now. Easy. Surge Madness is fucking bonkers, and that's the one. Even though I've got like 20 different Serge Lutens fragrances, and I have got a lot more backups as well, right? But I still feel like I missed out because there is something absolutely mad gone on with those old Surge Madness is real. DJ knows what I'm talking about. Going to have a browse around Harrods this weekend, says DJ. I envy you being able to go to the real Harrods. I've got a Harrods beauty store, but they've just got all the fucking normal stuff. Their Chanel is a boutique, though. I'll give them that. It's a boutique. Thoughts on Tom Ford Tuscan Leather? Absolutely revolutionary fragrance. From the era when Tom Ford made the weather. Absolutely sensational fragrances. Quite often I'll think about wearing Tuscan leather and I just don't feel worthy. You know, if you want the God's honest truth, you just be like, this fragrance has got so much weight. And I don't mean like the actual smell. I mean like the whole thing, like the whole thing of it. Kevin, it's an incredible fragrance. The modern versions of it have had their balls cut off. I'll repeat that. The modern versions of Tuscan leather have had the balls cut off. So if you find Tuscan leather strong today, you have to imagine what it was like 15 years ago when it first got released. It was fucking blowing people's eyes out. And you know, in Jaws, when it bites the electrical wire and its eyes pop out. That. I think the madness stemmed from people think shit was discontinued when it never was, says DJ. So they drop money on shit they think is gone, and you know how people only want it when it's gone. That is all true. What I will say is they changed the packaging, and I genuinely believe that people love the old packaging. The new packaging is garish in comparison. The old packaging was fucking glorious. It was absolutely the height of simplicity, form, sophistication. Look at it. Just look at it. Beautiful. Stunning. It feels incredible in the hand. You know? The glass, the actual, just the bottle itself, not even like the lid and the colour of the plastic and stuff like that, and the form. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. You know? Absolutely beautiful. He will give you a feast for the eyes, Serge Luton. Got to remember he was a makeup artist, and he is an artist. He was a photographer, a makeup artist, and he commissioned Christopher Sheldrake as his perfumer for, 30 years now? One of the most fruitful partnerships in perfume history, you would have to say. Incredible. But I think the reformulations have also added to that surge madness. Not just discontinuation, it's reformulation. And also, he sold the rights to Shiseido. I don't know who had them before Shiseido, but he sold the rights to Shiseido. And they're not great. They're not great. They've gone down this modern Japanese suburban route, and it's not great. Floral Notes, Lily says, I don't hear anything really about Luton's makeup line. It's extremely popular. Serge Appeal is weird. Some bottles are not selling even for 50, but now others for 500. Yeah, it's the quote unquote popular ones. You know? They're cultish. It's bordering on cultish. And it's cultish about the brand, and it's cultish about the perfumes as well. Baptême de Feu. Baptême de Feu is fucking awful. Some people like it, but then there are other ones like Musk's Kublai Khan, which I do not like. I do not like Musk's Kublai Khan. I got a stale, like a dry drain, like a stale shit from a dry drain vibe from it. Right, which other people don't get, right? And it can go for fucking. I've seen bottles of that go for 4 figures, and they've sold. And it's 50 ml. Crackers. About to smoke a Rocky Patel vintage 1992 cigar. I can't smoke anything, me. Can't even smoke fucking weed anymore. My fucking chest's fucked. I need to start doing some fucking exercise, but it's fucking nigh on impossible with the state of me back and me hip. You know what I mean? When I try to walk, I have to correct myself every couple of steps, otherwise I start veering to the fucking left. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. I need to start swimming. I need to do something. You know what I'm saying? I need to get out there and do something. Otherwise I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack by the time I'm fucking 45. You've missed out. I cannot even buy vintages, and I'm starting to know a little of perfumes now, says Paul Perfumer. That's what I was saying. I got in at just the right time. How many Feeling Agile do you have? 2 or 3? Actually, Feeling Agile is one of the ones that held up better in the reformulation when I went to the Graziels. I don't wear boxes, they go in the bin, says DJ. Tuscan Leather has been ruined and watered down also. Noir de Noir also, yes. I want a vintage Noir de Noir. I would love one. My man in Japan was looking for one with the gold. I told him to look for one with the gold, Tom Ford vintage fucking perfume. I've got a fucking Champagne Absolute here for Dura Rose. See this. Right, see that on the bottom there. Can you see it? The batch code, how it's in gold, right? So, on your Tom Fords, right, your vintage Tom Fords, right, you sent me a picture. Give us a second, mate. I'll have a look. Because my other blower's over there. I stream on my old phone, so that's why I cannot see it. So the old Tom Fords, your vintage Tom Ford, right, will have a gold batch code, and the newer ones, right, and I don't know when the changeover came, but the newer ones have got white batch codes on them. It was 2 seconds, Kevin. I'll get me fucking another blower. I threw it back over here, which was stupid. Oh, belly rub. Just giving me seal a belly rub. What's this? Download. Why does it keep asking us to download? There's Kevin holding his vintage sausage. Let's have a look at you. Hold on, I'll show you. Do you want us to show everyone the picture, Kevin? I'll wait until your number's off the screen, mate. Because it sits there and shows the number at the top of the screen until you remove it. Oh, fuck off. Like it did it before. I'll have to wait until the number goes off the screen. You're talking about doxing, imagine that. I'll just post his fucking number. I shan't post your number. That's fucking the height of evil. I don't dox. She said always owned Serge. No, that's not true. They've always worked together, but they haven't always owned Serge. Oh, fuck, I know what I'm going to do actually. If I go to gallery. There it is. There we are. There we go. That was the fucking clever thing to do. There's Kevin with his little cigar. Well, his big cigar, really. There we go. There's Kevin showing his cigar. What's up, Lily? She said, anyway, the price of Irish Silver Mist on the internet page is higher now. Ah, it's fucking hideous. Hideous. Sorry, I'm massively behind in the chat, like, I'll catch up. Serge is at Sephora now, says Pradu. Quite a few of the perfumes in the Serge range were Shiseido first. Yes, that's true. Greetings from across the pond, Life of American Pie. Welcome to you, sir. It is nice to see you again. Maybe just the market I'm in, says Lily. I don't know. There's a huge makeup community. It doesn't get mentioned. Yeah. Serge Lutton was huge into makeup a while ago. And then they've started doing, I imagine as well, they're quite, I'm going to say the words, they're big in Japan. You know what I mean? Like they've got that very bright, very sharp, almost neon colour. Maybe they're just not your style. Maybe if you looked for them. Maybe if you looked for them, then... Greggy boy, how are you, my lord? I hope you are well. But I don't know. Big in Japan tune. Absolute tune. Fucking hell. Of all the surges that I wanted, I think I'm done, says James. I will save you a fucking shit ton of money, man. Oh, I sent like 5 messages that didn't go through. Yes, is money burner. Only to get Iris Silver Mist, and I'm done with Surge. I wouldn't mind Irish Silver Mist? That's a clone. I don't want to give anybody any fucking ideas out there. Oi, oi, groggy boy. How are you? Tom Ford fakes are insanity. There's any amount of them. A fucking shit ton of them. Show it, bro. I have. I've showed it. I've discovered my one guilty pleasure, says Spaced Out. Kevin, just hold your own stream later and show the pictures there. Rich, did you ever smell Tom Ford London? What were your thoughts? Massively overrated. Massively overrated. Didn't care for Tom Ford London. I was expecting something spectacular. I was absolutely no fucking surprise whatsoever it was discontinued. Didn't understand it. I don't understand fucking Fabulous. Like, loads of people rate that, and I just don't understand. Rich isn't your personal Instagram page, says Lily. That cigar really stinks. How can you tell? From all the way over there. Is that a cigar ashtray? Looks huge, says Lily. I have a Shiseido Bell Jar of Amber Sultan. It's perfect, says James. Like Alphaville, says Greggy Boy. What's like Alphaville? Ah, the band. That song goes hand in hand with Self-Control, Laura Branigan. Oh, that makes sense. Shiseido is Japanese company, right? Very much so. Goonie Mood is my favourite clone name so far. Fucking Goonie Mood. It's the only good thing about clones, isn't it? The fucking the names they come up with. I'm a sucker for a good pun. I usually get jealous that I didn't come up with them, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'll read a thing and I'm like, I could have fucking come up with that. Fucking Trash had a big influence I pushed because of the tacky name and shit, says DJ. What, Ganymede? Matcha Premier is the worst offender, like. Somebody was in the comments of my final impressions of Matcha Premier today saying, just because you don't think they're a good brand doesn't mean they're shit. You need to learn how to accept other people's tastes. I was like, let me stop you there, sunshine. I've been collecting perfume since I was 16 years old. In 30 years ago. You know what I mean? I waved my finger at him. Old man yells at clouds. Oh, says Life of American Pie. Fucking Fabulous smells like gummy bear candies fell between the seats of an 80s Camaro IROCZ and sat out in the sun for years. Pleather and candied sweetness with some powderiness of the dust. It's awful, isn't it? It's shite. I don't understand them. That is an incredible fucking... that is an incredible tale you've just come out with there, though, Matt. I love it. Matcha Premier belongs in the bin in a McDonald's bathroom. They're so undercooked. They smell like nobody loved them when they were making them. Like nobody had any enthusiasm for them whatsoever. Nobody believed in them. You know, nobody wanted to make them. Nobody cared. It felt like they were ticking boxes. Maybe they were making the perfumes at gunpoint. That's a joke. But you know what I mean? Like, fuck. Greggy boy, if you're still here, how's the new venture going? Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Some clone brands were sued for having identical bottles. They should just be sued in general, shouldn't they? Someone should do something. Folks, welcome, Mike. Eau Sauvage EDT. I might wear my Eau Sauvage tomorrow. I wore Cologne Aficionale today. The weather's been pretty shit here for the last week, though, up north. Honestly, after smelling many, many, many perfumes, there's something to criticise the quality of perfumes away from personal taste. Sorry, Lily? I need to read this again. After smelling many perfumes, there's something to criticise about the quality of perfumes away from personal taste. There are many perfumes which are absolutely, like, objectively shit. You know what I mean? There are many perfumes which are just, like, actually shit. Matcha Premier comes across like it has parental issues then, says Brody. Doesn't have any parents. Anyone try Ralph Lauren monogram from the 80s? No, I had my eye on a miniature, but somebody wanted absolutely crazy money for it. Fragrance is subjective is something people say who have bad taste in terrible perfume. All you need is to give a bunch of bottles to talentless influencers on Insta and you've got yourself a success. Yeah, you just need to find someone with a push-up bra. Willing to say whatever you want for clout on the internet, you know, it's a feedback loop, you know. Duck got fucking a ball strike for $15. It's alright, says Steph's What's It Like. Perfume is like food. Excuse me. Oh, perfume is like food. You got McDonald's and fine dining. There's nothing wrong with liking McDonald's as long as you acknowledge it's McDonald's. Found a partial for 70 USD. Almost 80% full. That's not a bad price, actually. I think that's cheaper than what somebody was offering the fucking Mini for, to be honest. Just beware that the fragrance is in decent condition. Because partials, you've more chance of the fragrance having, like, reacted a bit, you know. Pone to Bone, welcome to you. Just smelled the Essential Parfums line yesterday. Have you smelled them? Not off the top of my head. I can't remember. No, why? Sorry, I'm just getting all my tablets for the evening sorted. What's with these short clips where a bloke does a spray and a girl grabs him off camera? Cringy as fuck. I've seen one or two of them, and yes, that is literally what you said. Just cringy as fuck, some shite that somebody's doing on the internet now. You know? People talk bollocks, mate. People act bollocks. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. Evening, Andrej. Evening, Rich and all in the chat. Pure Distance, Anotus. Don't like this one. A red bad one from Antoine Lee. Is it badly made, or is it just not your taste? Lily says, yes, what I mean, the baseline is greater. Sometimes you can have objective criticisms about quality of materials and blending that has nothing to do about other people's preference for a scent profile. Yeah, I would agree with that. Badly made, cheap materials, and then they're selling them for fucking silly prices. Marketing campaigns such as sending free bottles out. Apparently, somebody was telling me that Matcha Premier sent out 500 free bottles. 500 free bottles. What the fuck? Just remind you all that you pay for their free bottles. You know, it's you that pays for their free bottles. I don't like my main problem with My main problem with Free Bottles for Review is the cynicism and the being patronised by these people. I don't like being patronised. You know? That's my main problem, you know? I think it's hilarious that Michelle, like, this is totally just an opinion, not based in fact or knowledge. I don't have any inside track on this whatsoever. But Curly Fragrance, fucking Michelle, lets on that she's bisexual, right? To keep the door open for the blokes to let them think that they've got a chance. I don't think she's bisexual. I think she is just gay. And I actually quite like the idea that she is playing these fucking idiots, right? But I also have the other side of it where I don't like the cynicism of that. You know? I don't like the cynicism of what she's doing. I don't like how she's patronizing about it. You know? But I do like the fact that she's basically using these people's horniness against them. You know? Like, at what point do these people take responsibility for their own fucking actions and their own feelings? You know? Let's talk about personal responsibility here. If some lass on your phone is going to get you to part with thousands of dollars for perfumes, then, I mean, whose fault is it really? Well, it's partially theirs, but it's mostly your own. Let's be honest. Habit Rouge stands. Oops, says DJ. Habit Rouge stands. Did you get to try Habit Rouge Privé, Rich? Yes, Tim Wilcox sent me a sample, I'm sure. And I've got it on my desk, but I haven't tried it yet. I've been trying to just, like, this week, like I say, I've been trying to just, like, I've laid off the samples and the trying and the smelling of perfume. I haven't been too well. I've had a little bit of sinusitis off my mother, but I seem to have fought it off, touch wood. I find it to be a citrusy scent with some use of ambers and soapy musk. Seems like an odd mix to me. Habit Rouge stands must get Privé. I don't like Habit Rouge at all, but they will like it. There are lots of people whose taste on perfume is not even what they personally like, merely what's popular or they will believe will make them popular. Absolutely. That's sad, though. Like, I don't mean to, like, patronise them. Yeah, because, I mean, I've been complaining about patronising these people and then I'm patronising them some more, but that, to me, shows a window into their fucking soul or a window into their psyche, which shows that they've got low fucking self-esteem and they've got low fucking, like, well, I suppose it's just self-esteem, really. You know? They just don't have any regard for themselves. They're a bit lost, so they want somebody to fucking tell them what to do, you know. And there are people like that, you know. We live in a society where some people like being told what to do. It's just how it is. 'Twas ever thus, you know. Some people don't like being told what to do. Some people do like being told what to do. That's politics. That's why we love you, Rich. Thank you, Dusan. I also smelled the new Patchouli Noisette, but it was a little too much of a Patchouli Soliflor for me. I don't mind patchouli, but don't like it when it's too powerful, says Bone to Bone. I love patchouli, though. I love patchouli. I think that's probably one of the reasons I love it so much. I just think it's fucking great. I think the thing with that perfume, for me, if you don't like patchouli, or if you're not as keen on patchouli as I am, I could see why anybody wouldn't like it. You know? Yeah. I think she is annoying. Curly Sands. I can't watch her. I think she's annoying. But it's a shtick, I imagine, in real life when she's not, like, playing up to the camera and doing a shtick. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm sure almost all of them will be sound. But what they do on the camera is like, you know, it's a little bit of an insight. I don't want to sit in my ivory tower. I mean, I am sitting in my ivory tower giving out fucking, shouting out of me window at clouds. Do you know what I mean? I have to be self-aware of that. I like the other curly scent. I mean, Andrea Charles is beautiful, says Dusan. You think every woman's beautiful, Dusan. Evening, Dusan. A rare miss from Jonathan, too. What do you mean? It is very good, but is limited release, Enrique, says Enrique. Honestly, as a woman, I support that power move. I kind of think it's cool. I think that's like, I mean, fair play to her. She knows what she's doing. It's not something I could ever partake in. I've got a regard my own opinion too highly. Do you know what I mean? Farting in bath water and selling your dirty undies to thirsty dude online is cynical. At least she's making motherfuckers smell good, so there's that. More power to us, says J-Rod. Well, there are people who sell their farts, and there are fucking selling worn underwear. Your point about making people smell good is subjective. I mean, the fragrances she tends to recommend are shite, in my opinion. But we can agree to disagree about that. I agree to some regard about more power to her. You know, she's playing. They've got to fucking look at themselves. You know, as much as you say more power to her, what about the blokes who's fucking like? What about them taking power for themselves? Like, you know, like Jesus, have some fucking self-respect. Like, I need someone to tell me what to do. Sometimes I just don't want to think about things. Sometimes, yeah. Well, yes, to a degree. I feel like you can put patchouli in any scent and make it better. Yeah, I'm almost at that level as well. I really love patchouli. I love a good patchouli scent, though. Like Bois 1920, how I hate them for what they did to us. How I hate them for what they did to us. But Real patchouli, I don't care if it's fucking synthetic. I don't care. It smells fucking great. That's a McDonald's fragrance. You know? Getting in the shower 90%, 90 and humid in Ohio, says Mr. Zanchin. Welcome, Zanchin. I hope I dry up to some good scent of the day suggestions in the comments. You want to wear cologne aficionado, mate, because it's dry as fuck. All we have is a bunch of Jeremy fragrance wannabes in this community. We can call out Jeremy as much as we want, but he was the first. Yes, there's something to be said for being the first. Oh. Those are entertainment channels and that's it. Yeah, it doesn't entertain me though. I get what you're saying. Right, I agree with you to an extent. Enrique Vasquez, yes, but Nikola Tesla is the most glorious Serbian singer. I'm so proud of him, says Dusan. Flora notes is a traditional woman. No, no, not at all, says Lily. Dusan is currently squatting in the aisles of a library chatting on this live stream, says Kevin. Roger and his free bottles, buy this and you're of high taste. Yeah. Jura Rose is here. Jura Rose will be joining us on Friday night for a talk about notes, specific notes, and their chemical makeup and their use, how to use them, what effects they give in perfume. It will be an interesting stream if you are feeling like nerding out. Sorry, I need to blow my nose, but I'm not going to on stream because that will not go down well. In fact, I'm going to mute myself. Give us a second. So gross. It wouldn't be the first time you've been blown on stream. Ha ha! I could make a your mom joke there, but I won't. I can bend, says Jura Rose. I've heard that about you, yes. Jura, you should blend on stream, says Floral Nuts. You won't be doing any of that sort of thing on fucking my stream, thank you. It's taken me a while to get to 1,850 odd subscribers. Oh, God. Jurassic Rose is the best Dablin's nose. What? I'll be nowhere near my lab, sadly, says Jura Rose. Jura Rose. Jura, have you heard back from your other half yet? Do you know when you're coming over? Looking at about a month's time. I'm looking forward to it. The present is theirs, the future for which I really worked is mine, says Enrique. I hope you blokes cover out your Gallowwood and Brossenide Green and exotic woods, says Pradeep. Yes, early August. Yes, I know. Ooh. Yes, I know. Oh. I see RXL is streaming. I shall be watching that. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm tired. So, maybe I won't. He doesn't leave his streams up, though. So, who knows? Like I said, like I said at the beginning of the stream, there's been controversy in the L community this past week with talk of slander and doxing and malicious intent and fucking. My point is that somebody was like, I can't believe this is happening over smelly water, and the point I would make is that it's smelly water is not the lowest common denominator here. The lowest common denominator is the fact that humans are involved. And now that humans are involved, that fucking you just know that shit's gonna go to fuck. You know what I mean? As soon as you involve humans in anything, like, it's over. Excuse me. Oh, what a day. Brody, we shall cover all the notes of the Leon, says Jura Rose. You'll get yourself blocked, my son. You will get yourself blocked. You will get yourself blocked, reported, and fired into the sun. Bought Jura Rose a present. And it has arrived today, and I am sitting looking at it, but I'm not going to tell him what it is. He'll be fucking delighted when he sees it. He'll fucking shit himself. If only there was a fragrance community run by dogs. Can you imagine? The fucking nose is on them. There is. It's called Fragrantica, says fucking says DJ. Badumch. Dogs will be able to tell you fucking all sorts. Their noses are fucking outrageous. Hypernosmia. Is it a rubber duck? It is not. It's not a rubber duck. I am the only duck you need. Oh. So yes, I will have a video going live 10 minutes after this stream. I hope you will all be watching, leaving a like, leaving a comment. Is it a duck-shaped rubber thing? I know you. Nope. You do know me. The duck is original. His quack doesn't have an echo. Come to Paris, Doug. We shall hang out around the protests and riots. Unfortunately, no. My plans for visiting anywhere, I have to be fucking really careful about committing to do anything. You know? Like, because on any given day I could wake up and just be like, yeah, today's a write-off. You know what I mean? Today is like a bad day. Like today, fucking hell, today. Absolutely fucked. Woke up and I was just like, oh God, went out, got something to eat. By the time I got back, I was like, my God, I'm dying. I need to get back into bed. Slept for about 3 hours this afternoon. And now it's like, what? It's like 11:45. So I've got, what? 20 minutes of the stream left? 10, I beg your pardon. As soon as this stream's finished, I'll be crawling back into bed. You know? So I've got to force myself to do shit. The fatigue's outrageous. Why, are you already wanted by the international police? Possession of Balenciaga pour on. With intent. With intent to smell fucking immense. I'm looking forward to wearing some of my darker perfumes now. You know? It's getting to that time, my friends. It's getting to that time. I mean, it's fucking broad daylight outside, man. It's the fucking height of July. It's like fucking the 5th of July today. It's broad daylight outside. It's not even it's like nearly 10 o'clock at night, man. That week, either side, like them 2 weeks either side of the 21st of June, it doesn't actually get dark up here. It gets... You have to put your lights on and stuff to see, right? But you could easily just walk around and just be able to see the floor. You know what I mean? Without, like, a light or anything like that. It's fucking mental, man. I live in an unusual gaff. Decided on Eau de Cologne Imperial for Girl On for 30 minutes at last, and I'll leave for work with L'Ommedial Cologne to enjoy the cool mint. Eau de Cologne Imperial's fucking stupendous. Here is my empty vintage. Cowboy Fragrances, welcome to you. Here is my empty vintage of Eau de Cologne Imperial. Even the fucking new versions are brilliant, like. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? It just cheers you up for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then it's gone. Versailles is the best, though. Very mean. Mincing around the gardens. Shitting in corridors. Also, new Parfum d'Empire is out in October. Eurostar fucking flying, says DJ. There has to be some innovators here that can think of a comfortable transport vehicle for the ducks, says Floral Note. Just like fly on a cloud or something like that. Like, if I sat in just normal class on an aeroplane for an hour, it would take me a day to recover from that. Well, maybe not a day. 8 hours, 10 hours? I'd feel it for the rest of the day. You know? Eurostar is comfortable, says DJ, but I have to get there from Newcastle. You know what I mean? It's not about the leg room, mate. It's about my hip and my spine. I'd have to travel to Paris, get there, go and lie down for a while, like, recover, and then go out and actually do what I wanted to do anyway. Duck will be stopped at the Paris airport for the amount of perfumes anyway. Absolutely, I would. If I was going to do it, I would almost certainly get on a plane. You've got to be airlifted, that's right. Like them fucking, do you know when the fucking transport elephants, they knock them out and they transport them by Chinook helicopter? You ever seen that? And they just put fucking ropes underneath them. I mean, they're not just ropes, they're like proper harnesses and that. Versailles is lovely. Mont Michel too. Have you visited Greece, Toussaint, says Enrique? Maybe we'll see some cheap fragrances for sale online from the looting in Paris. Bright side, everything. Got to thank the thieves in Los Angeles robbing freight trains. Great bargains on the bay, says J-Rod. That's cynicism, says J-Rod. No liquid limit on the Eurostar, says DJ. Would they not charge you VAT when you came back, though? Got my bottle of Cologne Aficionado today. It's fantastic, says Cowboy Crunchies. It is fantastic. This is my scent of the day. This is my scent of the day. It's dry, it's green, it's got this vintage vibe. It's modern with vintage, with vintage kind of feel to it, you know? It's fucking fantastic. I love it. Probably I suggest placing breadcrumbs on the ground, creating a trail to the airport, then plane, then off the plane to CDC, then to the Champs-Elysees. DJ says, I didn't pay no VAT. Ah, yes, but how many did you buy? Do they speak English in all the shops there? Because I don't speak a lick of French. I'd be like, bonjour, Serge Luton, mon ami? Garçon, wherefore art thou Serge Luton, I says? Where's Serge Luton? You know? Enrique Vasquez, my friend, is now at Mykonos. He has found an apothecary there with some good vintages. I ordered 2 bottles for Ramsey. Some do, says DJ. But I know a lot of people, says DJ. I'm sure you do. Calm down. Calm down, Ronnie Biggs. That should work, Jura, says Proddy. Cologne Aficionado is proper good. Oh, fuck me. I'm going to have to go and dehydrate once again, my friends. Only twice during this stream now. It's pretty good going for me. Oh. I'm up. I am up. What else? Just see. Welcome friends, I've returned to thee. I'm just going to shut my curtains because it's getting a little bit darker. Nights have already started getting longer. Just a little bit though. Just a little bit. But it's been nearly 2 weeks. Well, it has been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since the thing's changed, so it's noticeable. It'll not be long before my mother's saying it. Hey, the nights are putting in. Yes, I know. I've got eyes as well. Ugh. What we got here? Let's have a look. Do you like Italian culture, Susan? Yeah. I can speak French, but difficult to fully get rid of Indian accent. You should try my accent, mate. Jesus. Jura, completely agree. Colour and fish and is probably good. Now my English has French accent. What a mess is Pradeep. So you sound like Erwin Creed. Pradeep speaking 3 or more languages is impressive, says Jura. There are different types of French accents in English. Abentus, says Pradeep. Oh God. I don't know. Better rub. Oh dear me. What will I wear tomorrow? Depends what the weather is. Might wear my latest purchase. Not Fougère d'Argent. Not Fougère d'Argent. Not this. Speaking even 1.5 is impressive. Some people will look down because they don't speak English proficiently by people who can only speak bad English. I speak bad English. Your bikini, says Jura. What? Trying, Jura. I really wanted this to be great. A58, I think that makes it. Maybe it's fake. It's not fake, mate. A Rubini and a bikini, says Jura Rose. Jura Rose is working himself into a lather. Anyway, I bought this. I got this in my latest parcel from the French man. This is Bally Masculine. Ramsey will be excited because he's banging to that. This is a 25 ml with a little spray. Look, this is absolutely brilliant, to be fair to it. I really like it. I've got 2 minis of it, you know. I've got 2 10mm minis of it. It's really good. Bally. That's right. Ballake, if you will. Oh. It's Thursday tomorrow. It doesn't feel like 5 minutes since it was Monday. The days are passing double quick recently, aren't they? Double quick. Pradeep, sprechen Sie Deutsch? It's sprechen Sie Deutsch, isn't it? Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Apparently it's the easiest language to learn if you're English, because English basically comes from a lot of fucking German because we're Angles, you know? Fantastic find, mate. Bali is a goddamn ghost. It absolutely is a ghost. It's a fucking nightmare. This fragrance, right, has come from Japan to France to me. You know what I'm saying? Brought to you by the French man from Japan who, oh my God, he sent me a bottle of vintage Egoist, which I am extremely grateful for, of course. And when I opened it, fucker had a sticker on the front. I was like, what the fuck? Literally like that as well. My voice rose. My balls crept back up into my body. I was like, why has this got a sticker on it? Many messages were sent among many people. I was very upset. But found out eventually that yes, Egoist did have a sticker on for a while in the 90s. Ich liebe Germany. It's not Deutschland, innit? Yeah, Bally Masculine's a very fucking hard fragrance to find, Keith, mate. I'm trying to learn German. I love it, says Pulp Ephemer. I learned German from watching TV when I was a kid, but only speaking and listening, not writing. Yeah. Oh dear, too much for me. Deutsch. Do I mean Frappan? What do I mean about Frappan? I was born in Slovenia, so I love that German discipline and will to work. Says Dushan. Who are more disciplined, Germans or Japanese? Japanese. Japanese, frankly, I don't think it's actually close. Like, it's fucking unreal, their commitment to the game. You know, their economy's run in a very strange way, though. Well, the Japanese are islanders as well, you know, and they're from islanders from the far side of the world, so it's a very distant fucking place. Du Saint Frank, France is calling me, not Germany. Leben wie Gott in Frankreich. Giro Rose has just Googled that, absolutely Googled that, and then he's taken the translation. I'm not having it. Not having that, Giro Rose. Penelope Cruz speaking Spanish is quite a thing. Well, she would do. She is from... Where's she from? Like Colombia or something. And they do speak it out there. Oh. Well, friends. It's almost that time again. Do we have any parting thoughts? I also like French, Russian, and Czech. Leben wie Gott in Frankreich. I like a common phrase, live like God in France. Should be that bells. What are you people talking about? I studied German, you know. No, I didn't know that. Oh, Eugene, lick the stream. Yeah, let me sort this out right away. Shiseido has a fragrance called Tactics. Sounds like it'll be right up your alley, Rich. I'll look that up, John Hoyt. Jura's now studying Chinese. Yeah, fucking, I've tried to learn a little bit of Chinese and fucking what? That is just bonkers. Flora Note says, did you demod everybody? I did. I didn't realise I'd done it until afterwards. So I haven't picked any favourites. Everybody has had the spanner withdrawn by accident. I was doing a little bit of work on it was on the desktop browser on my phone, and I was going into loads of different little things because you can see loads more on the desktop version. And yeah, basically I did something and then I didn't have any moderators left, and I only realised after I'd done it. So I was like, whoops. Ah, Bilbo Fragrance. Mod me. Or are you going to take us for dinner or something first? I mean, you're going to say that I look pretty or something, you know? Like, Bilbo. Bilbo out of the woodwork. Welcome, Sir Fragrance. Hello to you. I don't know. Rightio, friends. It is now that time. I have a video which shall be uploading in 10 minutes. I shall hope that you will watch it. It is my unboxing of my latest pet fragrance purchase. Bilbo will put a ring on it. I'd have to meet Bilbo first. But it is that time again, my friends. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. I hope to see you all again soon. Goodbye.